I think we're good to go. Dan, theme song. Wow, this is the
theme song. Meet the theme song. This is the. Oh, hey, my voice is dressed as Dan.
Dan.
Dan?
What?
Theme song.
It was playing.
No, it was not.
Not on our end.
Wait, can you hear the microphone but not the theme song?
Correct.
Yes.
Oh.
Guys, bear with us. This is our first
Wait.
show.
Hey, don't meet with us.
No, but like, that's actually huh? How?
I assume
all
science
the
of
same-
some sort.
It's all through the same dance. I'll hit the button again?
No, actually, your mic sounds weirdly not like your regular mic.
Yeah.
Check your source, Dan.
One fucking week without Leadium, we fall apart.
Does this sound now?
Try that
That
again.
sounds better. Do you want to play the theme song? Is this an elaborate bit?
I wish it was, but you guys, I thought everyone was laughing along to the theme song. Like it timed perfectly with like the witch laugh, and I was like, man, this is cool. They're doing something for Halloween.
All right, back to ones, everyone. And Dan, now with the theme song.
It is playing, right? We're funny
Yes.
and we're clever and wrong almost never. We're drawn all together, so ask us everything. It's not just the host, Taylor and Leady's ghost. So let's raise a toast, the Flamingo family. Family. Show. Just fucking seamless.
We have never had a better start. I'll be honest.
I quite liked it. I thought, you know, everyone's doing the witch laugh to the Addams Family theme. It's all very Halloween theme. Like everyone's getting in the spirit, and then you guys started talking. I thought you were fucking with me. I thought it was like a reverse.
Is that the custom tracksuit?
It is. It's getting its debut on this show. Where else? Look, this is yeah. There's another one, but this one appears to be the right size. Steve, American sizes are a real problem.
Well, American people are a real problem too. Dan, please tell me that your advertising campaign for that is slide into my DMs.
Oh, that is good. I'll have that for free. Thanks. you're a real mensch. No, so basically, yeah, like, so this seems okay, right? Like this, if you were to look at it now, you're like, that looks okay. That seems to fit.
Yeah,
I think kind of makes sense. But there's this. I don't want to say like it's American, but there's just this extra around where you'd say the midsection is. That just it's so look how fucking big this thing is. Like
Dan,
look at it.
I am currently in Texas. That's the right size.
But I'm not there. I didn't you know, my mother didn't lactate oil. Like this is like yeah, it's because it's weird because like generally not to get too far into this. Generally, I'm a medium for tracksuits, like medium top, medium bottom. Except where I'm a large because I got a medium from Italy and I look very scary. It's a very tight across the body. So then like this is a large, which is usually too big, but like the shoulders and arms are fine, but it's just this like there's just so much excess. Like look at how much that is.
I mean, Dan, you gotta start work. You gotta start working out your stomach. Do those turkey presses.
Yeah, the what is it? The chicken fried steak or something? That thing I had in Texas. That was wild.
Yeah.
That was
Make sure to do your egg rolls.
So yeah, so like, I thought I'd debut it on the show just to see because like this is where I feel comfortable, and this is where people are nice to me, even you sometimes. And like yeah, because like the design is okay. Like I don't mind that, you know, like that's all right. It's a bit thick. There's some things. I've spoken to the guy. I might have to end up getting like a bespoke tracksuit, like as in buy like a Puma or Adidas tracksuit and then take it to someone who will then individually stitch my head onto it, like multiple times.
Wait, you mean a picture of your head?
My actual head, Steve. My actual head. I'm gonna. You know, like those like old shitty puppets where it's just like kind of attached to the neck. It's gonna look like that from now on.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't know how. I didn't know if you were gonna like Pez dispenser yourself.
Why haven't I done that? Why have I not? Pez. That's my final form. I think more Pez dispenser than human because it's the same torso I have now. It's very similar. Just one long pole. Which is not the innuendo you hoped it'd be. Yeah.
No, but it's how we typically end the show.
That's true.
That was not good. Sometimes, Steve, I tell you, these people don't appreciate you like I do.
Thank you.
Very welcome. But yeah, thank you for noticing. What do you think of it? What's your genuine opinion? You like it?
I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the problem is that your initials are lots of things.
Yeah.
Like DM is in our culture. Like DM is obviously direct message. It's Dungeon Master.
I thought you were saying like,
initials-
is in our culture, and I'm like, thank you, Steve. I'm up to 35K now. I'm doing all right.
Yeah. My initials it'd be the tracksuit of a librarian.
Shh. That's quite good. I mean, that is also a huge part of your brand.
Yeah.
So...
my initials are my brand.
Yeah.
I did so I had these custom merch cases for a while, and they said SH on them, but when you flip the thing up and it's upside down, it says HS, because those are both. Yeah. And so people would just be like, "Hey, these are really nice. How come they say high school?" I'm like, "That's." And you know, my response to them was,
Turn it upside down and shh. Yeah, I mean, like I actually can't have merch that says high school on it, not with this mustache. You know, you can't be too.
By the way, at dinner today. We were joking around about, I don't know how it came up, but about like if we had a Ben and Jerry's flavor named after us, what would it be?
Well, you are in Texas, Steve, where eating meets capitalism.
Yes.
So stuck in.
So, well, we had some ice cream with the dessert, and Leedy came up with a fantastic one for me.
What do you got?
Heckler coned.
Wait, because Leedy is absent from this show, correct?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
she's still young enough to go trick or treating, so we let her go.
Now, the rest of the gang very much want to do Halloween things, and I was like, "Go have fun. I'll hold down the fort. It'll be fine." And I mean, it is a holiday, so like, you know, let them go do holiday things.
It's not a holiday. Like, grow up. Like, it's not a holiday. Like,
What are you, my Orthodox Jewish sister?
Depends. What's in it for me?
Ruining my childhood Halloween. That's what's in for you.
I mean, then yeah, sounds perfect.
So seriously, this is a real thing. So, you know, Halloween obviously a pagan holiday, and it was used as like there were pogroms that coincided with it in Europe. That's a real thing, but that doesn't mean that's a thing that happens now. And so my sister learns this when I am 11. So she's already 17. She's already stopped trick-or-treating. She trick-or-treated her entire childhood. I'm at the point where I've got like a year or two left. And she decides to campaign like to my parents about how Halloween is an excuse to like hurt Jewish people. And so then we just stopped trick-or-treating, and I was like, what the fuck? You did all the trick-or-treating, and then you were like, you know what? Now it's bad. Fuck you. She's the same. It's not fair. She owes me candy.
I like that even in your house, lobbying was a big part, you know? Now that we've benefited, I'd like to lobby this parliament. No more trick-or-treating. We've had enough.
Absolutely. She
Very
is
Republican of her, to be fair.
she is the equivalent of the immigrant that votes against immigration. It's you use the system,
But,
let other people use the system.
yeah, but I'm here. That's hilarious. I didn't realize because I was actually gonna ask because I messaged Steve being like, congratulations when I was going around yesterday. Heaps of kids were trick or treating in Australia. You guys finally won because like Halloween just wasn't a thing here when I was growing up anyway. And like, what is the actual origin? I don't know. I assume does everyone know why it is, or is it common?
I'm not
Who-
sure of the actual origin,
who
but
died? You know who died, and now we
I
treat.
know it.
Someone knows.
Type who that is, because your voice is also the same.
Stephanie.
Stephanie. Okay, thank you. You have 7 names.
all right. While you do this, I am fixing the lights in this room.
All right.
Bye, babe. You look great. Sorry, Steph. You go.
Okay. Growing up, I was told that the origin of Halloween, the way we do it, is that because this is the night. I always say the word wrong, Samhain or whatever. It's the high holy day. It's when the veil is thinnest between the dead and the living. And so to prevent demons from snatching your children, your sweet, lovely, innocent Christian children, you dress them up as demons. Because then the demons won't bother with them.
Oh, so to stop them from snatching your children, they dress them up as superheroes and slutty nurses.
There's
Yes.
that.
The demons hate
Evolved.
a big purist when it comes to films. Those demons. I mean, we actually use a similar thing in Australia to stop our children being snatched up from pedophiles. We make them grow moustaches. Like,
I had
real?
1 year.
Was that the fake? Sorry, was that the real or the fake origin story?
No, that seems pretty true.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I just thought that sounded so stupid. I thought that was the fake one. Anyway, go on, Steve.
There was 1 year where I think it was my first or second year on the road, where and you can't really do a show on Halloween. Like stand-up shows on Halloween are it's a shit show. And so like I've done them and they're awful. But anyway, so I had the night off in between a couple shows, and I was in like some shitty roadside motel in rural Louisiana.
Nice.
And people came trick-or-treating.
To the motel?
I was like, I get that if you're in a motel and you have kids and you don't want to drive them from Halloween, but maybe drive a couple blocks to a neighborhood.
Yeah.
Because the idea of like, you open your door and be like, oh, let me see what I have here. Here's some meth. Here's some used condoms from the sex workers that live here. Like, what? It's a motel, and it's not even a good motel, if that's even a thing. This was like a $30 murder. Like, I mean, maybe they wanted to scare the kids and be like, here's where you could actually get murdered on Halloween.
Like,
And by the way, when I'm in a motel, I'm not opening my door for anyone, no matter what the fuck the day is.
yeah, it's a motel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If someone was like housekeeping, I'd be like, fucking prove it.
yeah. I want to see a mop. I want to see a mop through a window. Show me, and then I'll think about it. But even then, you never know those guys. They just hit you with the mop and steal your stuff.
Yeah, the real problem is sometimes when you trick or treat and you like at a motel and you get drugs, sometimes they might put candy in the drugs.
I'll be honest. I'm still a little bit tired from touring. That took me 2 seconds, and I was like, nice. I was like, what? Oh, I got it. That is so crazy. The trick or treat, I don't think in my life I've ever knocked on the door of a motel. Like, even if there was a fire, I'd be like, you made your choice. Like it's fine.
I haven't knocked on the door of a motel when someone I knew was staying in another room. Because God forbid you get the room wrong. And by the way, there's this whole thing that was going around about like, oh, there are now because there are gummies that look like candy. Watch out in your Halloween candy for pot gummies, and it was like, okay.
No one's giving away drugs for free, you fucks.
Absolutely. I'm like, do you understand that these cost like $3 a piece? Fuck off. No one is confusing that for a gumdrop, you idiot.
I think you're spoiling like Leprechaun McPot's whole recruitment method, you know?
He expands his compound.
It is going to be weird when one day there's a siege outside of Leprechaun McPot's place, but he's watching the show. It's like the authorities are calling us, being like, "Can you negotiate with him?" And it's like, we've known him for 3 years, but still, not really. If you bring him some of that, he'll probably chill.
They're like, "Can you ask him something?" I'm like, "You can ask us anything."
It's like, can you ask him something? Yes. There's always a right answer. All right, next segment. What are we doing?
Yeah. Like, what are your demands? Be like, well, all right, that's a question. That's a fair question.
Look, you can negotiate with him, but you got to sign up to the Patreon. Let's not fuck around here.
And then LaBelle comes on and be like, if you were to take hostages.
Hey, you were negotiating with the FBI. What might your demands be?
So we're saying we're making an episode of Black Mirror and sell it to Netflix.
Yes.
That would be funny TV. Anyway, Steve, how are you? You're in Texas. You're on tour.
Yeah. We're in Austin with a night off. Houston was last night. It was fantastic. And I did a fun thing today. Just the timing worked out. So Dr. Drew was doing his podcast in Austin and had me on as a guest. And I went in the studio, and I really wanted to thank him because he's actually someone who we didn't know each other at all, but 15 years ago when we were both performing at the same convention, I asked him for advice about my eating disorder. It was like really early on in that, and he gave me some actually good advice. And so, I wanted to thank him for it. And so I went on his podcast, and then in the podcast studio is the same place that Kreischer does his podcast. So I got to say hi to him too. So it was it was a fun afternoon. And then we went to a crazy good sushi dinner. So things were nice.
So just again, when you said Dr. Drew, I kind of pictured a Dr. Phil type person. Is that not?
No.
I know you're not a Phil enthusiast.
No, he's an actual doctor.
Okay, sorry, just checking.
So there was a very popular radio show in the States called Loveline. It's where Adam Carolla basically got his start. So Carolla and Dr. Drew hosted the show. And Dr. Drew is also, he's hosted a bunch of different TV shows, but he's a legit doctor. I definitely disagreed with his early comments on COVID, but he's not an epidemiologist at all. But a lot of the stuff he's done has helped people, and good for him. And so, I don't agree with him on everything, but it was a fun podcast to do. And it wasn't like Dr. Phil because he's an actual doctor, and it wasn't like Dr. Oz because he doesn't live in New Jersey.
All right, just check. You got a lot of fake doctors over there. I mean, don't even get me started on that Dr. Fauci. I mean, come on. All right, let's get into the start of the show.
And Dr. Dre, when he gives medical advice, it's ridiculous.
So that was fun. Guys, welcome to Ask Us Everything. There's the Halloween costume contest. We're going to get to that at some point. We lack a lady today, so if anybody would like to appoint themselves as this week's stenographer, please let us know. I know it's a role that Mike Cuniff has done very well in the past. There is very little pressure, except for the fact we will bring you up on screen. You'll show us our drawings, and if they're shit, we'll let you know. Anybody want to give it a bash? Do we have anyone?
So Jake Parker has messaged me before where he does like the AI generated stuff.
Hell yeah.
I think that would be really fun to do.
Stuff
where
fun.
it's like he'll come up with the AI generated stuff, and then you guys have to guess what part of the show or whatever. I think that'd be cool.
Perfect. Yeah. I've always wanted to replace Leedy with something even younger. Artificial intelligence. So great, Jake Parker and the technology. Fantastic. Steve, you ready to play a bit of Last Call to kick things off? Let's do it. It's Last Call. Time to shut your screen off based on the question. I know who I want to win this game. I know who I want to win this game. I'm liking it. Taylor, what is the leaderboard?
It is, and I'm trying to. It's 17 and 19. I'm trying to find people who don't have costumes, just so we have more surprises later.
Wait, are you telling me Ray just looks like that?
He's an exception.
I thought he was doing a Fellowship of the Ring thing.
Well,
He's Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
I was being conceited.
wait, you're having jokes on a joke show? The fuck?
Hey, Lord, this is not a joke show. It's a family show. All right?
This is, Dan, if there's one thing we've learned from 2 years of this is no place for jokes.
Like that SNL thing after 9/11. Why start now? What do you mean? It's a thing. It's a part of whatever. All right.
That was a reference to a real thing.
Yeah, it's like a real thing that happened, like a quote. Just because I don't know who Dr. Drew is doesn't mean I don't know what SNL said one time in 2001. All right. We have Anna, we have Ray, we have Judy, we have Kira, we have Elaine, we have Leprechaun McPot, and we have Shosh, who's currently beating me in fantasy football. Go fuck yourself. All right. It's really upsetting too.
She had Alvin Kamara. You were fucked from the beginning.
Dude, Zeke got scratched at the last minute. Not important. All right. Steve, obviously, delegate from Canada. I love that. Steve, you can kick us off. Why not?
All right. If you have ever ignored a trick-or-treater, whether it was didn't open the door, pretended not to be home, put your lights off, whatever it is, if you have ever purposefully not answered a door for a trick-or-treater, shut your camera off.
She's going so early. She's just nodding, being like, I fucking love doing that. Nice. Only 2? Really? Isn't it? I don't understand this holiday. Okay. All right. Oh, no, you guys, damn it. I was going to ask that. Okay. If you have ever spent more than 2 hours on a dress-up costume, shut your camera off. If it's ever taken you longer than 2 hours to get ready, I know you guys go elaborate over there. Nothing? Damn. Leprechaun McPot, are you telling me you just wake up looking like that? Come on. Really?
By the way, it would have been so amazing if Leprechaun McPot just like got a haircut, put on a suit, and just went as a businessman.
No, his costume then would be legalized weed.
Sorry, legal, buddy.
All right.
If
If you have ever given out a full-size candy bar as for Halloween, shut your camera off.
Cheap.
Oh.
You guys are cheap enough that you don't give out full-size candy, but you're like, but we have to open the door for everyone. We must open the door for everyone and give them this itty bitty chocolate.
Yeah.
An Asian
All right.
way.
4 pieces.
Yeah. Okay, well, I guess that adds up. I should have,
Okay. All right. This, like, again, I'm fucking floundering about knowing about Halloween. How about this? If you have ever egged someone's house, shut your camera off. Or no?
Yeah, that's what I thought. I had my cursor hovering over it.
The Leprechaun McPot could have been like someone's house today. If you've done that today,
yeah.
That's my full-time job.
I mean, you could have specified if you've ever egged someone's house on Halloween or not on Halloween. All right, if you have, and this is gonna be, I don't know, that one might be too much of a risk. I don't know. I only have a 2-game lead right now.
That's true.
Okay, if you have ever stopped someone else from eating their Halloween candy before you checked it, shut your camera off.
Checked it?
Yeah, someone made up a thing that there was razor blades in candy. Then all the people were like, "We have to check every piece."
It's a ridiculous thing. It's something that was an urban legend that never actually did happen, and it ruined Halloween for everybody. It was great.
It really did. My dad threw out some Snickers that were suspicious. I think he ate them, but he hasn't copped to it yet.
Yeah.
I ask him every year.
Yeah, my dad was like, "I'll go check all your candy."
I heard there's nougat in here. That's a drug.
That might be related to Ted Nougat. And that's
Class C narcotic, C for candy.
yeah.
You guys got all right. Shit. I've only eliminated one person this whole time, Steve, and if I keep that up, I'm doing fucking brilliantly here.
You gotta double it now.
All right. Okay. All right. No, I can do it. Do I go to Halloween? I got to stay in the pocket of Halloween, don't I? Okay.
Yeah, let's keep it themed.
How about this? If you have watched a horror film this year, turn your camera off. Like a film classified as a horror film. If you've watched one this year, shut it off. Fuck.
Okay.
I don't think so. I don't like horror films. I like thrillers.
Do I? But I hoped one of you would, as is probability.
I cannot believe none of you watched Psycho anything.
I hate him.
Is that classified as a horror film?
I guess that's a thriller.
I can't. Anything that, like, the Blair Witch Project, the Blair Witch was the last horror movie I watched, and that was when it was in the theaters. I saw it at the Neptune, so, yeah. I did.
Yeah, that's...
Isn't it weird that Lady's as old as the phone they filmed that on? Great.
Okay. If you have ever carved your own pumpkin, shut your camera off.
Oh, come on, that's got to be both. Come on. What? Oh, come on! Fuck!
Yeah, I don't know.
20 to 17, baby.
Canadians can't even take a knife to a fake, pumpkin thing.
Behind you in the picture, you fucking scam.
Mine.
You're a fraud. Damn it.
If a Canadian goes to carve a pumpkin, they have to apologize first.
Yep.
Unless it's a sharpened hockey stick, then they're all for it.
Damn. Damn, man.
That one was a swing. The one I decided not to do was if you have taken a kid trick or treating, shut your camera off. I was worried about that one. I was like, oh, they might have siblings or cousins if they don't have kids. So
Just like if you've taken a kid, Leprechaun McPot shuts the camera off.
oh my god.
For the people who haven't been here, he hasn't actually kidnapped a kid, but he hasn't really given him back either. Just somebody came over and was like, "You're adopted, dude."
Yeah. I didn't say if you have taken a kid while you're trick-or-treating.
Hey, a full-size kid. Great. And you fuck up.
Usually we just get these mini ones. All right, 20 to 17.
Isn't a criminal as far as we're aware. He seems like a nice guy. We should point that out.
Yeah.
20 to 7. What's the magic number again? Is it
23.
I had a chance at that one. I thought horror film.
You're gonna have to pull some Astro shit to win. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. I mean, look, if you got a 3-game lead, just remember the Mets.
Just remember, every good team in the National League lost. So
Yeah, what's going on? Is it are Astros going to win? We don't like them, right?
it's well, I don't like the Phillies either, but it's 1-1, and tonight's game was rained out. So, yeah.
There you go. For anyone wondering, the equally popular T20 Cricket World Cup is also on. Check it out.
Yeah.
If you
For anyone
teach
wondering.
me about cricket, I will fucking watch it. I just don't like games that have decimal points.
Nah, mate.
There's
Shit.
no decimal points. It's just the number of balls in and over. There's no decimal.
See, if you teach me, I'll love it.
Also, I don't watch any sports where one game can take a week.
It's not a week. It's 5 days. It's a work week, not a calendar week.
My apologies.
Yeah, but after 5 days, there can still be a draw, right? You know that?
Ugh.
Oh.
The audible from Steph Andrews.
Such a stupid game.
How do you get tickets to day 3 of a 5-day game?
With
Easily.
money.
That's usually the best day to go. Like they do. They do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there's like the 5th day generally, like because sometimes it's over before the 5th day. Like a test can only last like 2 days or 3 days, depending on how quickly
like
you temp it out.
we have that as a series, but there are individual games you go to.
Yeah, we like the suspense, baby. It's building up for 3 days. Ooh, it's
Yeah.
red hot. The pitch
Yeah, the suspense
deteriorated.
that could
Oh.
end in a tie.
Yeah. And like they can hang on. Some of the best games I've ever seen is a draw after 5 days. The batting team just holds on. Oof, so hot. Anyway, I'll actually, Taylor, to your point, if we can find a way to like stream it illegally or whatever, let's put some cricket on, and I will answer everybody's questions during a game. Like we can do like a Flamingos learn about cricket, and I'll be there and I'll commentate the whole thing for you.
Can I also commentate? But can I be one of the guys from one of the Muppets?
The balcony guys, just heckling.
Can I be Stadler or Waldorf?
Yes, sir. I would never deny your opportunity to do that. But yeah, because it's on at the moment, and it's in Australia, the World Cup. Maybe I can do the final or something.
Your name is now Jiminy Cricket Bat, and mine is Heckler Muppet. I'll have you know, Taylor, that I look more like Sam the Eagle.
The American way.
All right, let's get into a classic Ask Us Everything game, everyone's favorite. It's called Reverse Icebreakers.
Breakers.
All right, you tell us the answer. We try and guess the question. And look at this sentient curtain. Hey, Steph.
Hello.
Hey, mate.
So my answer is 3.
3.
3.
3.
How many games am I up on Dan?
Damn. 3. How many candy bars is it unacceptable to take while trick or treating? Is that reasonable? 3? Is the over under 3 on that?
That's fair.
Yeah. By the way, like, Dan, do you know about the lazy homeowners who just put the bucket outside the door with a take 1 sign?
Yeah, I've heard. I've heard about this.
Yeah. They deserve the first person to take all of them.
So 3. All right, 3. What, like an 8? Steve, you reckon an age thing? An 8?
Yeah, I was wondering like the first time. Well, but you're not American, so I was gonna say the first time you went trick or treating, but 3.
I mean, I was thinking like maybe a pet thing, like how many snakes is too many snakes?
The answer to that: half a snake.
That's an AUE staple.
3.
3. How many cars do you have in your front yard?
I have
Damn.
3 in my driveway, but that's not the question.
Okay.
If
Wait,
I'm
I got one. Which number Mambo was Lou Bega's actual favorite?
number 3. Much like Test cricket, day 3 is what you're after, buddy. Steph, do you want to give us a ballpark? Can you lead us anywhere with it?
Think something horror-like. Something that would happen in a horror movie.
Oh. How many steps do you take before you fall down if someone's chasing you?
How many children do you kidnap before you get arrested?
Oh my god.
I think if you're up to 3, you've probably figured out a method by then. You'll keep going.
By the way, Taylor, that wasn't a horror movie. That was a documentary. That was the first 48.
Yeah. And no one answered my question.
3. How many babies did you once sit next to on a plane? That's kind of horrific.
How
Never
many
sat
wheels are
next
on
to
the
a baby
bus?
on a plane.
Yeah, how many wheels on the bus? 3. That is a horror. All right, Steph, what do you got? We're not getting there.
No, you're nowhere near it. It was how many fingers did a worker at Woolworths lose on a sunny Saturday day?
What?
Wait, how many fingers did they lose on a what?
Sunny Saturday.
Yeah.
So what like are they like a butcher?
Oh.
So this is called a baler.
Yeah.
So at Woolworths, they use this to break down their cardboard.
Oh no.
What he did was it wasn't working, so he thought he would stick his hand in there and reattach the string, and then he didn't notice the crushing bit was right up the top,
Oh.
and the other string snapped.
So, I mean, that is one way to never get asked to bail the boxes again.
Yeah.
No, because so at my work we have a compactor where we just throw our cardboard in, and the manager of Woolworths, which is like Walgreens, if you want to call it, came in and they just said, for the next couple of days, can we use your compactor because our machine is out of commission, and so is one of our workers.
Oh.
And you're like, hey, can you point to the... Oh, no, actually.
Do you actually want to know what fingers he has left?
Yes.
I'm going to guess... Wait, can I guess?
Let's guess.
Oh, so it's these two you're saying?
Pew pew. So he can point just fine.
So he can still become an American citizen, is what you're saying? That's okay.
Well, you know what they say, when you point at someone, 3 fingers are pointing back at you and also in a bailer.
Yes.
Man, it's gonna be such a bummer. That guy can only order 2 drinks at a time wordlessly from now on.
I knew it was bad because the SES showed up, and when the SES show up at a worksite accident, it pretty much means something really horrific has happened.
What is
or somebody
SES?
has died.
State emergency service.
Okay. I do like that the only fingers he has left can do the...
Yeah, the loser sign.
What happened to your fingers? Well, I lost them.
Yeah.
That's what I do. I lose things.
Yeah.
You can call me a loser.
And where are the fingers now? Well, conveniently, they're inside this little box over here.
Is this whole thing just a long PSA against recycling?
I like to see it as Americans aren't the only dumb workers, so.
Got a shitload of them here. I work with them.
Well, I mean, you have 5% fewer than you did.
Alrighty. Thanks, Steph.
Thank you, Steph. Oh, anything like that, I just Taylor, may we? I feel that just feels a bit ableist, doesn't it? You know, he's lost 3 fingers, and I'm like,
Megan's
look
next.
Yeah,
Man.
I'm suddenly in the mood for lady fingers.
Hello.
Hey, mate.
So, your Red Riding Hood's revenge.
Yes. Did the wolf get me or did I get the wolf?
Porque no los dos.
You know what they say? Who rescued who? Am I right?
Well, the best part is Patrick is Robin Hood, so we ended up both coming as hoods.
Oh.
Congratulations.
Not planned.
What is your answer, if you don't mind me asking?
Okay. My answer is 15.
How many fingers did someone else lose?
Oh.
How many fingers did that guy think he had left?
Oh my god! Air horn yourself, my friend. All right.
So funny because he can't, even if he's really mad, he can't flip me off. Oh well.
Hey, Dan. All right.
15.
15. This might be an age thing. This might be when did you stop trick or treating?
When
No.
I mean, this is
I look
Meg.
like somebody who stopped trick or treating.
That's true.
All right. How many people are in your basement?
I don't have a basement.
I was gonna be like, this is Meg we're talking about here. When did you get your first DUI?
Why do you think we said this one already?
Damn it.
What?
I don't think so.
Someone about driving at 15. Never mind.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I did drive at 15.
Oh, I thought you were saying I don't think so to the DUI. I'm like, you should remember.
No, I've never gotten a DUI.
Come on, you always remember your first.
Actually,
Okay.
you wouldn't, right? Depending how fucked up you are.
Yeah, you just remember the paperwork you got.
Oh,
later.
okay. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
You don't remember the drive.
Yeah. We're still
Yeah,
talking about drunk driving, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
I knew Meg had driven earlier. That's why I was like, that's a bit of fun. Okay, 15. An age thing. Why don't we go? You know, I've gone
How
negative.
many-
Oh, sorry, you go.
How many trick or treaters have you terrified with that knife?
I would.
No, this is a real knife, so I wouldn't do that to children.
Oh, Jesus, Billy.
Man,
Don't do
there's
it to your shoulder either.
there's a
It's
guy
already
in
bloody,
Melbourne.
so.
Huh? There's a guy in Melbourne who really wants you to keep that knife away from him. I already got the opposite. 15. When did you graduate high school and get admitted to university? I reckon you're a savant. You're ahead. You were skipped ahead. Nope. Okay.
I was skipped ahead. I was barely 17 when I graduated.
Well, what is the answer?
Seaver, you're kind of close.
How many bodies were found in the Benjamin Franklin's London home 200 years after he lived there? Proven to have been put there during the time he lived there.
So, was this like he was experimenting on dead people? Or is this he was experimenting on living people that turned into dead
So I did a little bit more digging, and it turns out
So did he.
that it was likely that, yes, very funny, that likely he was doing anatomy lessons, but they have no idea where the bodies came from or who they are or how they died.
I would
And he
argue
didn't
who
tell
they
anybody
were.
when he left.
Yeah, I mean, look, we all sometimes run out in a haste and forget about the cadavers we've been teaching with.
Yeah.
Just double checking. Benjamin Franklin is in the founding father. Benjamin Franklin
Yes.
Yeah.
in London, in England, when he lived there for a bit. Did he? Okay. I was just getting very confused because I'm like, I know that name, but then London kind of sounded weird. But then I'm just like, he's like, you know, all men are created equal, and he's like, I know because I've checked thoroughly.
Like all men are created equal. Well, there was this one guy who only had 7 fingers, but
That was kind of my bad, you know.
Maybe after Franklin was done with them.
yeah. Yeah.
That's
Oh
my
my
favorite
God, I
idea.
cannot believe I did not respond to Steph's answer with, "Oh man, that stumped us."
Well, now you did.
Yeah, but it was late. It would have been amazing at the time.
All right, we'll drop it in. We'll superimpose Steph on Meg. It's all good. You got it, baby. Like no one will know the opportunity was missed.
Wow, that is there is I listened to there's a podcast I like a lot, Criminal, and they did an episode on like a guy who was illegally funneling cadavers because that was like a big business back in the day because there weren't many laws about it.
Yep.
And so so people would do that all the time. And apparently in recent years some mortuaries have done it when they convince people to cremate the body and then they actually sell it to a med school illegally. And then there was like a whole ring that they busted up of doing that.
There was even a case of people selling bone marrow from dead bodies that they had collected legally.
For like medical purposes or soup.
Sure.
Dan,
Little
medical
broth.
soup.
Medical
It
soup.
wasn't me. I may work at a teaching hospital, but it was not me.
Man, it's good that, you know, at the teaching hospitals, they got nice big scalpels for you to practice with.
Right?
You know,
I
then you can
know,
work your
they're
way
so
down to the more
handy.
precise thing.
Yeah.
Oh, please be careful with that knife. Yes. Okay.
Never cut myself.
Franklin killing people, funneling cadavers. When you said funneling cadavers, I really did picture. Do you guys have that thing in America where you put the coin down the thing and it goes down like in front of the supermarket?
Yes. That's what I meant.
I was kind of picturing that like with a water slide, like whee, you know. Like,
Yeah. I mean, they don't say we, they're dead, but yeah, that's how it happens.
And they're not French.
Oh man, Taylor gets me every now and again. I goddamn love it. So, should we take a regular question? We should. We should. we've been fart assing around. Do you guys say that? Fart assing around?
Nope.
Oh, welcome. Bit of Australian diction for you. Who we got? A regular question.
Becky.
Becky Byrne. Fuck, that is a strong outfit.
Yeah, it has to do with my question.
Please.
So this was my Halloween costume, but I work in athletics, and so I went into work like this, and everyone thought I was wearing normal clothes because apparently this is on trend now.
Yeah.
And so, pale on Halloween costume, or I don't know. So my question is, what trend in fashion do you wish would come back, and what trend do you wish would never see the light of day again?
Wait, before I answer that, I want to say that is an excellent costume. Clearly, you have gone as the opening credits from Saved by the Bell.
Thank you.
That actually what it was?
It was 80s, but yeah.
Might as well, yeah.
It just very much looks like that. Okay.
Yeah.
So, what trend do we wish would come back, and what trend do we hope never comes back?
Yes.
Yeah.
And fashion trend specifically?
Fashion trend specifically.
Okay.
What about just like as a dude? I'm thinking, you know, like in the 30s and 40s, where men just wore like 3-piece suits all the time and had like little leather briefcases. Yeah, that seems insanely uncomfortable and difficult every day.
And hats.
And hats. See, I don't want a hat. You don't like a hat? You don't wear a hat?
The idea of like a 3-piece suit and a fedora or whatever it was.
Yeah, just
Like,
in Van Diesel going up and down the country. Just so good. All of you guys like in full suits, like Rivers, just, you know, not in the van preferably. But like,
you gotta get Dan a 3-piece tracksuit.
Just like with it cut there with a little vest. So,
Yep.
That'd be so funny. Look, I'm sure there'll be a collab at some point doing that. But yeah, I think like
I would say for men, actually, I would say like the frilly shirt, like the
puffy
or
shirt,
not even just the frilly shirt, like having seen recently scenes like from House of the Dragon to Bridgerton, the idea of like two people madly going at each other and it taking 15 minutes to undress. Like the idea of like, oh, I want you so bad.
Yeah.
I thought they had undressers for that. I just assumed everyone had a different job.
Like, kind of like when a horse is like, you got just a guy just like guiding it in kind of thing, but like take the jacket off, get in there.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, look, that sounds pretty bad. I mean, I would say like just skinny jeans going. Like, Steve, did you go skinny jeans? Were you ever a skinny jean guy?
No, never.
Like at university, I was a skinny jean guy, and I still bear the scars of that because on the outside of both of my calves, like they're now hairless because my jeans were so tight and they just rub against it. So now I've just got these two weird bald patches. Yeah.
I never did that, and I'm so okay with it. And now, so one that I would want to come back. Ooh.
Like, is it just fashion, or can we also go like styling in addition to fashion? Or is it just
I don't know the difference, so sure.
Well, just like the little Mohican thing is like pretty horrific. Like, you know, that kind of
Mohawk?
No, a Mohican, the little one. Like just the little, like kind of like for the European attacking.
Yeah, that
football.
went away a while back, Dan. It was the last of the Mohicans.
Fucking hell.
Taylor's upset, Steve. Now you got to apologize.
No, he doesn't have to.
All right. Yeah, I don't know what
but like
I
back,
want to
like
come back.
what you're wearing currently. If you were to start wearing that every day, I would completely endorse that 100%. Like, just, you know what I mean? Like that's sick. That's so fun. Like the activewear thing, like the post-COVID activewear thing is quite boring. Let's be honest. I mean, Mary rocks it all the time, and it's comfortable. I get it, but it isn't fun.
But it makes noises. That I'm not about.
That's the best bit. That way you can never sneak up on anybody.
Oh yeah, then my answer is corduroy.
Did anyone just hear a zipper walking around?
Or as I like to call corduroy, a warning system.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was better back in the day in motels where you're like, I'm pretty sure that next door room is occupied. Yeah, I think anything like that, I like it. But like colors are good. Not quite like the fluoro electro thing of like the, 2007 2008, but just colors in general are fun. I'm into. All right, we did it, Steve. We answered a question. Some would say sincerely. All right,
Thanks,
shall we
Mikey.
get into the brother?
Yeah.
Yep, I'm gonna pee.
Like that initially it was kind of a joke that like, this was the break of the show, but now everyone's kind of like, oh cool, I can send a text. And then they jump back in.
I'm actually gonna pay a couple of bills real quick.
As if you don't have direct debit set up, you psycho. That's just a bull test line.
Sometimes bills come in that are separate, freelancers and stuff.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Do you have anyone like sending you those like invoicey kind of like HTML kind of coded invoices where you click the thing and it brings you to like the pay to, and it's just like, and now they're trying to charge you a percentage to use the form, and I'm like, what the fuck?
It's so weird to me, by the way, that there are some places that they're like, oh, just send us a formal invoice. And I'm like, you just sent me the email of what you need in the invoice. You have it already. Here's your fucking money.
Steve, would you rather this week?
I haven't seen it.
Didn't see it. Well, boy, oh boy, it's not Halloween themed. That's okay. Would you rather discover that life exists on another planet we can't travel to, or discover we're alone in the universe but invent how to travel to Mars?
I don't know if I want to experience life elsewhere, because I've got enough problems with it here.
Although transport merch on a spacecraft.
I will say I do think that discovering life elsewhere is the only thing that will ever unite us as a world, because then we could hate something else.
I've always thought that. I can't wait for alien racism. It's going to bring us all together. It's going to be like those fucking ETs over there, and everyone's going to be like, way, one world. It's going to be so...
And the racists won't even have to change their bumper stickers. It'll still say down with illegal aliens.
Fuck off, we're full, brackets, the earth. Good stuff. Yeah. So I don't know, because this thing, like, you just, like, if the other life exists, you can't actually get there. So it's just kind of knowing that we're not alone in the universe. But then, like, I mean, I think you'd probably have, like, a little bit of an inferiority complex, right? It's like, did they know that we were there? Like, like, are we gonna...
There are some good points in the chat. Yeah, the idea that if we couldn't travel to them, but we don't know if they can travel to us, that's scary. Yes. And also that that humans would then start accusing each other of being aliens.
Oh.
Which we already kind of do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
And everybody's just accepted that, being like, yeah, we do. Some people are weird and we need an explanation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, that's the thing, but like being able to travel to Mars, like, I don't know. Like, if we were completely alone in the universe, that'd kind of be lame, don't you reckon?
Well, I mean, I understand you don't want to travel to Mars. It took me going to Australia for you to travel to Perth.
I'm going to Tasmania next week, Steve. I'll let you know how it goes.
All right, that's what I haven't been to yet. So
that's the other one. Yeah. And why would you, judging by my ticket sales? Holy shit. But yeah, just like having no other life in the universe, I think like this is it. You know what I mean? Like that's pretty lame. Like,
yeah, that's true.
I'd like there to be more, but I guess it is threatening the idea. If they could travel here, that would mean they're technologically superior, or like they can do something in somewhere we can't. But do you actually want to go to? I'm kind of with you. I don't really want to go to Mars.
I went to Mars, Pennsylvania.
How was it?
It's pretty fun. It's they really lean into their name. They have a giant toy store that's the shape of a spaceship. It's kind of cool.
Oh, I thought you were going to be like leaning into the name like the chocolate bar. You guys have Mars bars over there, right?
Yeah, but they have so there is a place in Pennsylvania called Mars, and they have like little alien statues and stuff. It's only like an hour from Pittsburgh.
Huh. Is the slogan "Work, Rest in Pennsylvania"?
What?
Don't worry about it. I should have. I tried to work. I should have rested, Steve. I'll tell you that. So what's your vote? You don't seem particularly passionate about either option.
I would say that we could go to Mars and there not be alien life anywhere. Because if there is alien life, there's the whole thing of like, is it hostile? What will that do to us, etc. Whereas if we can go to Mars, who knows if we can discover something there that can help humanity. And I think I'd rather that possibility.
Okay. And so I've decided with the would you rather question, Steve, like just asking a would you rather question, I'll just let you know the results of this one. 77%. So discover life that exists on another planet we can't travel to. That was the big majority there, with only 23% saying discover we're alone, but invent how to travel to Mars. So you're in the minority there. But what about this, Steve? What about this? Does it change your answer if you literally invent the way, like, to travel to Mars, like you're the one that invents that, and then we do actually end up finding alien life on Mars? Would you like to be responsible for that or not?
Yeah,
the plot twist in the would you rather now. Would you rather again?
As long as it's not teleportation, we're fine.
By the way, the movie of this is called Would To Rather.
Two would you rather? No, wait.
Yeah, two would to rather.
Yeah, we got it.
Mars Drift.
That was the worst one of them.
Yeah, it's no good.
They just drove around a parking garage in Mars.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I would say, no, I wouldn't want that. Yeah, I don't think I'd want that. I don't want to be the one responsible. A, what if it goes wrong? And B, how fucked would it be that a comedian figured it out?
Just become this like target for all these like hater scientists.
It's bad enough.
Oh, shit, it doesn't work.
Dude, I get hate mail just because I look a little bit like Edward Snowden.
I just want it noted I was very quiet during this segment because otherwise we wouldn't have ended this show.
Okay. I'm happy. I'm excited to read your thesis in the comment section in the Facebook group. Comedian destroys interplanetary distance. So
Also known as your mom.
Inside Taylor's mum, no one can hear you scream.
Yeah, if you do it wrong.
To go where man has gone before.
One small step for man, one
and that's
jump.
it.
Nope, okay.
One very small step. Anyways.
All right. Let's do the costume contest, Taylor, shall
I
we?
think that's a great idea. So the way I think I'm going to go, I have a list right now of the people saying they're participating. If you have not told me, if you already told me, don't tell me again. If you have not told me, do it in the chat. Just be like, Taylor, I'm in. I'm going to go through my list one by one. And once we're all through all of them, I am going to leave it up to Dan, Steve, and if there's a tie, I will break it.
Lovely. Let's get the intro.
They did the Monster Mash.
It was a catwalk smash.
It caught on in a flash.
They did the mash. Ask Us Everything's Halloween competition. Man, a lot of effort put into that one.
I also wanna add, especially knowing now that he does not have a costume. Leedy told me that she would like to cast her vote ahead of time for Leprechaun McPot. And when she said that, we were in the van, and so, you know, Jarrett and Rob and Bander were all there, and all at once they were like, "What now?" And we tried to do our best to explain what a Leprechaun McPot is. So he has one vote, even though he's not in the contest.
Excellent. I'll put that down. One vote for McPot. I think he's in here.
Yeah, what strain of human being he is. You gotta love him. All right, Taylor, who's up first?
First, we got Abby Wright.
Dr. Abby. Whoa,
Oh, damn.
now. You at work right now?
Yeah, she's a plague doctor while being a doctor.
I mean, I would say like during a pandemic, it's a bit on the nose, but whatever. What do you think?
We're 3 years into this pandemic. We've passed too soon a while back.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We kind of spoke for Abby. Please keep your brief very brief. I will change lanes on you, Colleen.
I went nobody know.
Oh, from Splatoon. She's that person. Great
Nice.
job, Colleen.
I was like, Colleen, are you your own Wii avatar?
Jake Parker, what are you?
Space Cowboy.
Space Cowboy.
Very, very classic, simple. I like it, to the point. Classic Parker.
Yeah, really. All right, Yisrael.
Where's your costume?
Steve?
Wait, are you Menachem Schneerson? Who are you?
I'm the guy who calls up FAN and says, "Was machst du, Steve?" Back to Steve Summers.
I
bless you.
What? This is. Hold on a second. You are. Did I just get this right? You're a caller from WFAN?
You never called up Steve Summers at 10 p.m. and say, "Was machst du, Steve?" to get a response from Steve Summers?
I've never said that to him, but literally, Steve Summers was like my favorite radio host as a kid. He's the best.
His response was always, "Getting ethnic on the overnight."
Yes. That is ridiculous. That is the most inside. Like, that is something I know that I'm still like, what?
But
nicely
on the
done.
other side of the glass.
Yes.
We saw Becky's, but we definitely need to highlight it again.
Wait, they're very good. But wait, so just the was machst du, is that like is that Yiddish? Because that's like German, isn't it? What is it?
Yeah, it's Yiddish.
Ah, okay. Sorry, I was just literally like, it's like, what are you doing? Is that what it means? Like, what's up, kind of thing?
I don't know.
Yeah, Israel says yes. Okay, cool.
Meg, who are
Meg,
you?
What? Are you Red Riding Hood?
Why is the blade on your head?
Also, we can't hear you, Meg.
Yeah. Red Riding Hood?
Yes.
Okay,
got it.
Red Riding Hood. Very good. Very strong. Very, like, I
I've
almost...
taken my revenge.
What do we got? We got another cousin. What do we got here?
I started out as a dead tech, but then I saw Becky's side ponytail, so I decided to do a black and white photograph of myself in high school.
Nice.
That's a very good costume. Sorry, yeah.
Kira, who are you?
As per request of Taylor, I am Leedy tonight.
There we are. Leedy's understudy is Leedy today.
It's always great
And I
when
tried to
Taylor
draw-
creates his own segments.
Except they ran out of color. You didn't get hair because the orange ran out. So you're but you have a, but you have a
Oh, man.
lollipop and you're happy.
Oh, I'm sorry. Kira, I thought that was just a drawing of the future.
Yeah. When the orange will run out. That's a scientist told me that.
Dan only
Yes.
has half a body too, so they ran out of red.
Thank you, Kira. Dan.
Can we award a prize for low effort submission? I love it. Dan, please.
I'm Yeezy's new Adidas line.
Pretty solid.
I'm not even halfway through the list, so I'm gonna move through this just so.
Okay, good. We're gonna get
Yeah.
moving. Sean, what do we got?
I'm the lockdown version of myself.
Excellent. Holy shit.
Oh, damn.
I love that both Meg and Pat have, like, you know, potentially lethal costumes, because you know that bow's functional, don't you?
I say this endearingly. They are hood rats.
Oh my god. Please be so careful with the arrows. Okay.
This is actually how he hunts storms.
That is true. Oh, that was good.
Taylor, keep going. We got to get through this thing, right?
Yeah, I know. I forgot the name of this person. There we go.
Oh, this is Jack Dustle, I'm sure.
Oh, no. He assured me it's the cheat who's in the costume. He is the sidekick.
Who is the cheat?
The yellow thing.
The cheat is the yellow thing from Homestar Runner.
What is Homestar Runner?
We've been over this. You don't know what it is. Just move on.
Great cartoon.
Yes.
I planned to. I didn't realize. The not important. Let's keep going. What have we got? Katricia, what have we got here?
I'm the 80s laser meme. I always wanted these when I was a kid, but it cost extra.
The 80s laser meme. Sorry, these are very good.
I had to borrow a cat. I don't have a cat.
This is borrow a cat. Not just to get a picture of one, but to borrow one for the picture.
Jesus fucking Christ!
Well done.
I'm Obi-Wan, and she's a former Sith Lord.
Wow.
He's a classroom skeleton.
Oh, man.
I don't know if Allie is a flamingo or the pink Power Ranger.
Well, they have something that says AOE Flamingo, so I think we have our answer.
AOE Flamingo.
Thank you so much. Thank you for joining the family. I'm sorry to have your cousin with me, but Paul Wank is mine now. That flamingo outfit is terrifyingly square.
Awesome. Yes.
Yeah.
Steph is.
What are we?
A fox dog?
Hey,
Tanuki.
Kangaroo.
Kangaroo. Okay.
I thought you were like, I'm a furry, and I'm like, geez, Christ. Excellent work, Adrian.
First time on the show, and she's like, "I got this."
Did Adrian go as Chris Christie?
Oh
I mean, this feels like a very scattershot version of Prepare to Be Judged. What?
Sorry, I can't see shit. This is so much fun. I mean, I'll level with you. I'm just throwing shit at the wall, and I'm hoping something sticks, you guys. I need this.
Are you old Gil as a wrestler? I just throwing things at the wall. Gil needs a new suit.
We were literally talking about old Gil on the van today. So, are you a Squid Game luchador? Like what?
I'm throwing shit at the wall.
Oh,
here.
you meant that. That wasn't a line. Okay.
Okay. I thought he was doing some character work and doing it very well. All right, what do we got?
Ashley.
What is it? What are you?
I'm just being submissive.
You know, family show.
So she loses the contest, she'll be like, yeah.
Good.
Did I change my answer to Magic Mike then?
Hannah,
just what's that thing
Candy
called?
School for Dia de los Muertos.
I was about to say, are you Day of the Dead?
Day of the Dead.
Mhm.
Thank you so much. Day of the Dead, very strong. Thank you for not being a sexual preference. Next up.
Hey, we don't kink shame here.
That's true. I will not yuck your yum. But this is Gus, everyone's favorite baby boy. Oh my god, you graduated from something? That's incredible.
I graduated from Muggleton University. I got my mustache and everything.
Thank you so much. Congratulations. There are 0 employment opportunities. You're welcome. Elaine? Kat?
Green girls.
Wait, Leprechaun Pod, did you steal that person's giant fork?
No, he's had this.
Okay.
So what are you, Leprechaun?
intergalactic mage.
I thought you were playing your teacher in year 9 when they were like, "Thou shall not pass."
Getting past this fork, that's for sure.
Intergalactic mage, of course. All right. Whoa.
That is what happens when Dan misses one more fucking train.
This might come after he tried to fuck a flamingo.
Thank God you didn't show the damage underneath the camera. Appreciate that.
That was the last on my list. Did anyone else? Did I not get to type in the chat? Please, I don't want to miss you.
That's fantastic.
There's been some good ones.
I did not have a costume, Steph. That's obvious. My costume is I'm not angry about teleportation.
Taylor actually doesn't even have a corporeal form. He's all voice now.
I'm literally a spirit bear. All right,
Dave,
voting time.
That was red hot. If you guys want to chuck some in the chat, like we can probably have a quick look at that. My God, that made me laugh a lot. That was very, very good. I got to look at the gallery to try and remind myself. Are you doing the same?
No, I know my vote.
You know your vote already?
I know my vote. Yeah.
Shit. I liked a lot of them. I mean, I really liked the bell, just the pure desperation. I really enjoyed it. And
There were a couple that were, I mean, really fantastic. I really did appreciate the low effort ones still being willing to be like, hey, yeah, I'll still do this. Even though other people spent 3 days on their costume, I'm in. Like that.
I do always have appreciation of anybody who puts no effort in but does something clever, like Dan Shea, you know, just like, look, I didn't do anything. I literally am wearing nothing, but it was clever.
Well, I'll tell you right now, Dan Shea is my honorable mention for sure. Very clever.
Great joke. Great joke.
Steve, I mean, it's obviously going to be hard for me to go past people who are dressed as me, because I'm just a self-interested person. But Steve, do you have one?
So you're just deciding between Allie and Lola since those were costumes about you?
Yeah. No, I mean, I think Lola's is so like just the extra effort of like the stitches on the face, like it's very hard for me to go past that. What about you?
Yeah, the idea of like you put on the tracksuit and then you're Dan, okay, that's a costume that anyone could do, but the idea of the Dan after he tries to fuck a flamingo, bringing that joke into reality, and that is what he would look like.
Yeah, very good.
Sorry, I said that wrong. That is what he has looked like. I mean, that's my vote. That was pretty fantastic.
You've gone that as well? All right, Lola, congratulations. You are the official winner of the Us Everything costume competition. I mean, obviously, honorable mention to Allie.
She didn't even have the full costume. Way to put your dick on the table. Like, I don't even need all of it.
Oh, that was a hell of a victory lap right there, Lola. That was. I do think, yeah, there are certainly some honorable mentions here. You know, I think that like Patrick and Meg's costume could work not for the show.
Yeah. Very strong.
Like those are just good costumes. I liked the ones with like the little jokes. Like I did enjoy Katricia's laser background. I enjoyed Becky's 80s outfit. My honorable mention probably goes to Allie because that flamingo mask is red hot. That is, and I don't mean red hot in the way that Dan would mean. So many of you did such a good job. I mean, this is really, I am very impressed by how all out you folks went.
What about like, I didn't get the reference, but Colleen was like fucking right there with like looking exactly like whatever that thing was.
So that's a video game character in the game Splatoon 2, and I think she just enjoys that game. She's like, fuck it, I have everything for this.
There was a thing that I said, you know, that I kind of realized a long time ago, which is like sometimes it's like, oh wow, great costume, and sometimes it's like, why do you have that?
Whereas with Leprechaun McPot, you're like, I know exactly why he has that.
Yeah, Leprechaun McPot literally just looked around his room during the course of the show.
That's actually what he wears, like, outside the house. Like, you know, that's just...
Do sometimes.
Oh my god, there was someone right behind you. It freaked me out. Anyway. All right. Well, congratulations. Lola.
Oh, and also, I mean, look, it's hard to shout out to everyone who did the contest. I also do want to say I enjoyed the, you know, the little play on words for Ray Benjamin Kenobi. That was fun.
Yeah.
You know, there were a lot of things that I enjoyed about this. This was great.
It was so fun. It reminds me of all the, you know, the good old audience takeover days where every single week we'd look around and be like, what the fuck are they trying to do to us this week? What's going on? So you get a prize in the form of a custom jingle just for you. That, I mean, I guess it's just got to kind of be the story of me trying to fuck a flamingo. I think that's probably maybe like a little bit of a Bob Dylan number, you know, explaining what's going on. So that'll be.
What about Muggleton's Island?
Hey,
right back in, I'll tell you a tale.
So thank you so much for dressing up. I really appreciate you guys putting the effort. We're almost out of time, but Taylor, we got a special this or that submission from Yisrael for today. If we want to rush through that and then get into the polls.
Let me
Let's do it.
those.
Nah, mate, nothing more to it. It's just this or that. All right, Steve, we're doing the speed round in speed round style. One joke per question. Let's power. And let's see if Leedy can fill in for Taylor. And then we get to find out if Jake Parker's AI has filled in for Leedy.
Exactly. Why did I do? I switched my screen unnecessarily. Sorry, guys. Leedy's so much better at this than I am. She has less tabs open, but she is more sane. Here we go. Cinderella or Sleeping Beauty? And these are from Yisrael. Or however you say the name. I'm so sorry. I'm just a plain white man who has all the privilege.
Cinderella or Sleeping Beauty? I would say Sleeping Beauty Man. What is a movie I would not see with Russell Crowe?
Yep, okay.
Oh,
got
yeah.
it. Cinderella Man. Nice. I dig it. I was gonna say Cinderella, who probably should have learned more about her partner. The whole thing is like, hey, does this shoe fit? And she's like, I love you. It's like, what? You guys will be a fucking dog. You just found her shoe.
Cinderella as written by Quentin Tarantino. So the question is, which one is Prince Charming's quote-unquote side chick? And I actually don't know the answer to that.
Yeah.
Number 2. Easy come or easy go?
Easy come. What happens when a 13-year-old boy thinks about Cinderella or Sleeping Beauty?
Ew.
Anyone.
Yeah. What happens when the wind blows and you're 12?
Yeah.
I was gonna say easy come. How would I not describe having sex with a flamingo? But still worth it.
Guys, you were close, but the question is, which happens quicker when you take Viagra and prune juice?
Easy come. Why do some people not fix their broken washing machine?
I also saw that commercial recently. And folks, if you are enthralled by these questions, you can send your submissions to muggletondaniel@gmail.com.
No, everything show at gmail.com.
Thank you. See, I didn't
my
know.
email address.
I
Taylor
didn't say
doing his
anything.
for that, and he thinks to chuck in an ad read. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Come
All
on,
right.
quick.
A full square of matzah or the audiobook of Breaking History, a White House memoir.
The audiobook of Breaking History, a White House memoir. Which is more bland?
A full bowl of matzah. What am I more likely, but still not very likely, to have in my house?
The answer, or the question was, which is more likely to get a blind man to shout out, "Who wrote this piece of shit?"
Oh my God.
We'll do number 5 before 4. 5. Come together or come as you are.
Ooh. Which
Come
song is a? Oh, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, come as you are. What is less important orgy etiquette?
I was literally gonna say, "Come as you are," which is more likely to happen at a solo orgy.
I mean, you're close. The question is, which better describes Rudy Giuliani at a family gathering?
Oh. Nice.
Last one. A robot reading a book or a robot fucking a crab?
Both. What do the two robots that Dan and I build do?
You implying that if I built a robot, it'd fuck a crab.
I don't think implying is the right word. I think stating is the right word.
I was gonna say a robot reading a book. What is a more badly programmed robot? Because just fucking tell it what's in the book, you know?
Yeah.
Whereas fucking the crab, you got to experience that firsthand. It's nothing like the text.
Robot fucking a crab. What's the way that a robot can get crabs?
Great answers. I'm gonna say both. It's what does the upside down version of the Bulls logo look like?
Oh.
I mean, the robot could do both if you think about it.
Oh, shit. I will never unsee.
Yes. Never unsee indeed.
Definitely fucking a crab. All right. Thank you so much, Israel, for sending those in. That's awesome. Taylor, should we jump to the polls?
Sure. I like that. All right. Today's polls start with Mr. Rogers Bracket Halloween Edition. Really, Halloween Edition means...
Neighborhood,
Oh, yeah.
beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine?
There you go.
There we go. And Meg's right on this one, too. It's just, what movie's so bad it's scary? We have Avatar The Last Airbender, the movie. Awful piece of shit. Battlefield Earth. Real awful piece of shit.
Oh.
Disaster movie. There's so many in that genre. I just picked one. Dragon Ball Z, the live action movie. Terrible piece of shit.
So shit. Yeah.
And the winner by a literal landslide. Speed 2.
If the trolley drops under 50 miles an hour.
It wasn't that wasn't Speed 2 the cruise ship? I don't remember.
Yeah, I think it was the boat.
Yeah. So there's that. Yay, Speed 2. I'm going to write that down before I forget.
Lovely.
And then my weird fucked up poll. Which costume, and I might have to reiterate this because I'm terrible. Which costume do you wear to make sure... Oh, I spelled the wrong wear. Holy fuck. This is the worst I've ever done. Which costume do you wear to make sure your date never sees you again? Your options are a shirt with "I'm with Hitler" pointing at your date. You dress up as their parent and act like it the whole time. The indestructible glass ceiling, dirty underwear, or Amber Heard. And the winner is their parent and act like it the whole time.
Yep.
I mean, for obvious reasons, yeah.
Yeah.
That would imply that you've closely studied the parents to the point where you can act like them.
Exactly. Oh, honey, don't drink that.
Like, you know, if one of their parents left, you just ghost them on the date, and they're like, "Ah, clever."
I'm gonna go out for milk, and then you never see them again.
Oh man! All right, Steve, anything to tell these lovely people, or should we get Jake Parker up here?
Just keep coming to shows. It's good to see. I've seen a lot of you.
At the things, lovely. The other quick thing: next week's show is an hour later than usual. An hour later than usual. So West Coast, you're gonna love that. East Coast, sorry, mates. But yeah, you're in the air, I believe.
Yes,
You're Russian.
I will be flying that night. So I will. I'm assuming that I'll be able to land and get back to the hotel in time, and we will find out together.
And it's election day there, because Israel's saying it's election day in Israel tomorrow.
It's election day the next night. The Tuesday is election day.
Tuesday's election day. What type of the house?
No, the House is part of it. It's every 2 years. Also, some Senate positions, because those are every 6 years. Some big governor races as well, and then some other local stuff too. So, but there's a lot that, basically, democracy.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
Man, congratulations on choosing freedom next Tuesday. Great.
Well, we hope. I mean, Australia did it and Brazil did it. So let's. And London has had, the UK has had 6 opportunities.
Kind of.
Yeah. Lucky number 7.
Got to give it another bash. All right, Jake Parker, are you ready to artificially intelligize us?
So he did these for me. I'm going to bring them up here, but I have them on my end.
Okay.
So, Jake, if you want to introduce the concept.
So what I did was take a prompt from the show related to the show, plugged it into this AI image generation, and sent Taylor what it spit out. Some of them are great, some of them are horrifying. Y'all tell me what the prompt was that I used to generate it.
I mean,
clearly the costume contest.
Yeah.
And please make sure not to look at the title. I couldn't avoid finding the title, so just look at the picture.
Sure.
Here's number 1.
Okay, this has got to be flamingo wedding.
This has got to be live action Cinderella.
Is this the worst episode of Say Yes to the Dress?
Is this the best episode of Married at First Sight?
Is this Say Yes to the Shrimp?
What do we got? We close?
Jake Parker.
Getting there. It is Flamingo Marries Human.
Flamingo Marries Human. Well, come on. We're right there. Love that. Taylor, what's up? What's next?
Next one.
I mean, it's just pumpkins.
It is just pumpkins. Is it like trick or something to do with the trick or like carving a pumpkin? Like because we're talking about carving a pumpkin during the last call.
Is this Daniel S. Pumpkins?
Until about this year, it was not a thing in Australia, according to Dan.
Oh, so Halloween.
It is Halloween. Yes.
Oh, I just thought it was. I thought it was Canadians pumpkins carved by Canadians. Fucker.
No,
I see what you did there.
Is it gets it mostly right, and anytime there's text on there, it just slams the keyboard. So that sign is something vaguely Eastern European, German sounding kind of thing, but I could not find any language it made sense in.
Lovely.
Next one.
Yeah.
Is this me as Edward Snowden?
That is literally just you, and you're the only one with enough Google search image history or free pictures out there for it to actually recognize your name.
So you put in Steve Hofstetter, and that's what it made?
That is what it made.
Yeah, it made the offspring of Steve and Rob Ryan.
Like if there was a Steve Hofstetter Hanson cover band.
The first one looks like if I were doing an Anthony Jeselnik impersonation.
Yeah.
And the fourth one looks like if I were introducing Windows 95.
Developers.
I was gonna say that's like the different options for Mark Zuckerberg in the metaverse. It's like which...
Excellent. Next one.
Pretty close. That there was a video about introducing DirectX on Windows 95, 98 that followed that premise.
Oh.
Yeah, that is an accuracy point, I do believe. What do we got?
That one.
Is this my Ben and Jerry's flavor?
Is this artificial intelligence destroys comedian?
Pretty damn close. That is comedian destroys heckler, and that's what it spit out.
Nice. Steve, you should start wearing one of those hats.
It really does not get text at all.
I do have a new answer for what fashion trend I don't want to come back.
There's so many to choose from.
Nice.
Last one.
Last one. All right, here we go.
Oh wait, is it? Oh, I'm on the wrong frame. That's why. There we go.
Is this just the show?
Yeah, that's the title. That's the show title, isn't it?
It is. It is just Ask Us Everything.
Yes.
As Y Acking AK. I've never felt anything more relatable.
You don't like Weeest Awk?
Yeah, I love that. Weeest Awkward? Yes, we are.
That's what happens when Jar Jar Binks goes through puberty.
I'm getting a call from the chat that Weeest Awk will be the show title.
We Stalk? Yeah, I mean, I quite like that because if you say it out loud, it sounds like We Stalk, which is probably what Jar Jar Binks would do when he went through puberty.
Wow.
All right. Thank you so much, Jake Parker, for the AI. I like it. All right, guys, that brings us another episode. I just want to say thanks for the dressing up. The dress up thing was so funny. That made me laugh so much. So thank you for doing it. We'll see you next Tuesday, 1 hour later than usual. Thanks for tuning in. See ya.
Thanks. The costumes were awesome. Thank you, everybody. Bye.
Till next week.